everyone. So we are live on this platform, on that camera. We're live here on TikTok. And let's see, we're about to be live on IG too. All right, so we are live everywhere. Okay, so you guys are going to see like a behind the scenes of my filming. I'm about to film a YouTube video. I'm about to get started. I'm just going to let a few more people get in. I'm going to look over my notes, and then we're going to get started. Let's make sure everybody can hear me right. If you can hear me, put a thumbs up. If you can hear me, put a thumbs up. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. You guys are in for a treat today. Today, we are going to be talking about anti-inflammatory foods. Anti-inflammatory foods. That is the lesson for today. I hope you guys are ready. All right, let's get to it. Oh, when I first started, I was 333 in August. Okay, good job. Where you at now? Hey, bro. Your buddy from Trinidad and Tobago here. I am down to 316. Wow, Derek. Wow, man, that's amazing. That's amazing. I'm so happy to hear that. You keep up the good work, man. I remember our conversation. You're the guy who had that early cheat meal after you dieted for 4 days. I remember. I'm happy to see that you're progressing well. Stay consistent with it, man. I'm super happy to hear that. Stay consistent. Okay. All right, everybody. So we're going to get into this. Let's get into this video. And let me just make sure the cameras are rolling. All right, we are recording everywhere. Mics. Oh my goodness. Hello, testing. Oh man. I didn't even. Can you guys hear me now? I didn't even have my mic plugged in. Everybody on YouTube or Facebook, put a thumbs up if you can hear me. If you can hear me clear, put a thumbs up. This. Let me know if you can hear me now. Thumbs up if you can hear me. If you can hear me, let me know. This one should be good. All right, so now we're good. We're good, right? Testing. Can you hear me? All right, I think we're good. Okay, thank you. Let's get into this. Back in here loud and clear. No, I know you guys can hear me on TikTok. I'm streaming on other platforms, but I know you guys can hear me. Okay, so like I said, I'm going to be filming a YouTube video. So you guys are just kind of behind the scenes right now. All right. And let's get started with this. Let's see. pull up the notes. And guys, today we're going to be talking about anti-inflammatory foods. Okay. And this full video is going to be on YouTube. It should be up in about 3-4 days. So you guys can see it there if you want to see the replay. All right. All right, let's get to it. All right, guys. So in this video, we are going to be going over anti-inflammatory meals for fat loss and why these types of meals are going to help you drop body fat faster, reduce joint pain, and wake up with more energy. So if you've ever felt bloated, your joints felt stiff, or your face just looks puffy, that's inflammation. And today, I'm going to show you exactly how to fix it through the food that you eat. Now, why should you listen to me? Well, number one, me, myself, I lost 100 pounds in 6 months. Number two, I help my clients lose on average 30 pounds every 3 months. And in this video, I'm going to help you lose body fat, build muscle, and reduce inflammation through the foods that we are eating. Okay, so why are inflammatory fat loss meals important? So why are anti-inflammatory fat loss meals important? Meaning meals that are anti-inflammatory and good for fat loss. Why are these meals good? So number one, it reduces swelling and bloating. So if your face is puffy or your body's just very puffy and you're always bloated, eating meals like this are going to help you slim your face down and reduce any puffiness and bloating. Number two is going to reduce joint pain. So for example, you'll have less knee pain, less joint pain, less shoulder pain. Number three is going to lower your blood sugar. Number four, you're going to have more energy and less brain fog. And number five, you are going to lose body fat, and it's going to help you build muscle. Okay, so we're going to separate this video into two main points. Point number one is going to be what makes a meal anti-inflammatory, and then number two is what makes a meal good for fat loss. So first, we're going to start off with inflammation and anti-inflammatory meals. So what is inflammation? Look at it like this. When you eat unhealthy food, your body sees it as a poison, and it puts your immune system on high alert. So your immune system is overworked, and it starts attacking your own body. And this leads to you feeling tired, your joints start to ache, you're bloated, you start to feel miserable, you might break out, you might have acne, things like that. Okay? Now, why care about inflammation? Most people are inflamed and they don't even know it. They wake up with a puffy face, the joints are sore, they break it now, they have rashes, they have low energy. That's not just your age. Now, a lot of people think, oh, I'm getting older, this is normal. No, it's the food that you're eating. Unhealthy, processed food is inflammatory. So if you eat like this all the time, that means your body's fire alarm is always on. This means your own immune system is literally always on high alert, and it's fighting your own body. Okay, so your immune system is fighting your own body, and your body gets tired because your immune system is always on hyperdrive. So you're going to hold more water. You're going to be constantly tired, constantly in pain, store more fat. You're going to have rashes, skin issues, and this makes it harder for you to lose fat for a multitude of reasons. Now, how to tell if a food is inflammatory or anti-inflammatory? There are two questions that we want to ask. Question number one is this: was this food made in a factory, or was it grown, caught, or raised? So was it grown, meaning fruits or vegetables? You know, we put the seed in the ground and we grow it. Was it caught? Like you can catch a fish, comes from nature. Was it raised? You know, like beef from a cow or chickens. You know, you raise chickens. Is it natural? And if it checks off that box, then it is likely anti-inflammatory, meaning it is not going to cause inflammation in your body. Now, if it is boxed like Oreos, you know, comes in a box, if it was bagged like Doritos, or if it has a long list of ingredients, if there's like 50 ingredients on the back of the package, like a Snickers bar, then it's usually going to be inflammatory, meaning it's going to cause inflammation in your body. Okay, that's question number one. Question number two is this: how does your body feel
after you eat this food? How does your body feel after you eat this food? A, do you feel bloated, tired, or sluggish? If so, then that food is probably inflammatory. So, for example, if you eat a bunch of fried chicken and French fries, you're probably going to feel bloated, tired, and sluggish. You're not going to feel good after you eat a meal like that. So, anytime you eat a meal and you're like, oh man, like I feel terrible, I need to go to sleep, that meal was inflammatory. Now, there are a few things that make a meal inflammatory, and we're going to touch on this a little bit later, but I don't want to forget. So, a few things to look out for is some food is just straight up unhealthy. Like you eating Pop Tarts and chocolate, that is just unhealthy. You also have some foods that are healthy, but they're prepared in unhealthy ways. So this might be you're cooking grilled chicken breast and you're eating it with broccoli, but you are drowning it in oil or butter. That's unhealthy now. Now it's healthy food, but you prepared it in an unhealthy way. That makes that food inflammatory, meaning you eat that meal, it's going to cause inflammation in your body. The third thing is you eat healthy foods, but you eat the wrong amounts of it. So quinoa or potatoes, that's not like an unhealthy food. But if you eat 5 cups of rice right now, you're going to feel tired. You're going to feel sluggish because of the quantity of the food that you ate. You did not use portion control. You made healthy ingredients. You made a healthy meal unhealthy. You made a healthy food inflammatory for your body because you did not use portion control. Okay. Um, Next, if you feel light, focused, and energized, then that means that meal is likely anti-inflammatory. So, for example, if you eat green beans with chicken breast and half an avocado and you use portion control, after you eat, if you feel energized, you're ready to go back to work, you don't have any brain fog, you don't have the itis, meaning, you don't have any blood sugar crashes, that meal is 9.999 times out of 10 going to be anti-inflammatory, meaning it is not going to cause inflammation in your body. Okay, let's move on. I have some simple definitions here for inflammatory foods and anti-inflammatory foods. So, inflammatory foods are the unhealthy foods like the ice cream and cake, or the healthy foods prepared in an unhealthy way, meaning you could have chicken or green beans, but you drown it in butter, or it could be healthy foods, but in unhealthy amounts. Like overeating any type of food is going to be inflammatory. So you have to use portion control. Like you cannot eat 2 pounds of chicken breast. You cannot eat 10 cups of rice. Like it gets ridiculous. You will make something that would be healthy unhealthy if you overeat it or if you eat too much of it in one sitting. Now, anti-inflammatory foods are the healthy foods prepared in a healthy way, eaten in a healthy amount. They usually have one ingredient. So, for example, carrots is just carrots. Chicken thighs is just chicken thighs. Potatoes are just potatoes. When you look on the back of a pack of carrots that you get at the grocery store, it will say carrots. So that's what we want to look for. We want to eat single ingredient foods that we know, like, okay, this is healthy. This apple is just an apple. Now, these are a few habits that keep us inflamed. So, number one, these are just some examples too. So, eating a healthy salad, but you drown it in dressing, that is inflammatory. All right. You can be eating a healthy salad, but if you drown it in dressing, you have made that healthy meal now inflammatory. Number two, you're eating chicken, but it's fried. So you're eating chicken breasts. So you picked out the lean cut of chicken, but you fry it. That meal is now inflammatory. Number three, you have a cup of coffee in the morning, which isn't bad. But if you load it up with cream and you load it up with sugar and, like the whipped cream and the mocha syrup, that coffee is now inflammatory. Number four, having a greasy cheat meal every weekend or every evening, you know what your habits are, that would be inflammatory. Now, how do we fix these inflammatory eating habits that we have? There are two routes that we can take. Route one would be we're going to do a complete 360 and we're just going to get on a strict plan, meaning we're just going to get on a solid meal plan. So, for example, we're only going to be eating grilled meat or baked meats, steamed vegetables, We're going to eat fruit whenever we need a snack. We're going to eat small servings of carbs if we're going to be eating carbs, and we are going to eat zero junk food. You could go that route, do a complete turnaround. You eat like that, that is very anti-inflammatory. You will reduce the inflammation in your body if you eat like that. It'll help you lose body fat. Amazing. That might not be realistic for some people. Route number two is we make small little changes. So we eat more healthy foods and we eat less unhealthy foods. So we begin to make some swaps. So, for example, we will eat grilled chicken instead of fried chicken. We will cook our fries in the air fryer or bake them instead of frying our French fries in oil. Whenever we need a snack, instead of grabbing a muffin from the 7-Eleven, I'm going to grab a fruit bowl instead. For breakfast, I'm no longer going to eat sugary cereal. Instead, I'm going to have 3 eggs and some spinach for breakfast. So those are the two routes that you can go. And to each his own. Some people should go complete cold turkey because they can do that. Other people need to make just better choices, make better decisions in the moment. When you go to a store, do not get the fried chicken, get the grilled chicken instead. If you're going to eat breakfast, do not grab the cereal, make eggs and spinach instead. If you want something to drink, go for the water or the seltzer water, even the diet soda instead of the regular soda. Why? Because regular soda has way more sugar, way more calories than the other alternatives. Okay. So those are the two routes that we can go. Now, when we want to make a meal that is anti-inflammatory, these are 3 things to look for. Number 1, we want to get whole, natural, 1-ingredient foods. And this is a recap. Number 2, we want to use simple cooking methods. Grill it, bake it, saute it with a little bit of oil. You can air fry it. We don't want to fry it in grease. We don't want to drown it in butter or oil. And number 3, we want to eat meals, and we want to pick meals that are going to leave us feeling full, energized, not sluggish and tired. So those are the 3 things that we want to look for. Single ingredient foods, cooked in healthy ways, and after we eat it, we know we're going to feel full and energized, not tired and sluggish. Okay? That is it for the inflammation. If we follow those rules, we will not be struggling with the inflammation as much. Okay? Now, we're going to look into what makes a meal good for fat loss. So when we want to find meals that are going to be good for fat loss, overall, we need meals that are going to be low in calorie and high in protein. Meals that are low in calorie, high in protein are fat loss and muscle building friendly meals, aka good for toning. So if you're trying to lose body fat, build muscle, or you want to tone, you need to find meals that are going to be lower in calories, high in protein. Got it? Now, these are 3 rules to follow when we want to make a fat loss friendly meal plan. Number 1 is we want to eat 3 meals a day. Number 2, if we're going to have a snack, I recommend you have 1 healthy snack a day. And number 3, do not consume any liquid calories. So no soda, no juice. Instead, you can drink water or you can drink diet soda. All right. Now, we have the meal plan. It's going to be 3 meals a day, 1 healthy snack, no liquid calories. Now, when it comes to the 3 meals that we're going to be eating, these are 2 rules that I want you to follow for those meals. Now, each meal that we're going to eat, it should be 400 to 600 calories per meal. For women, if you do 400 calories per meal, that will be 1,200 calories for the day, just from the meals. We're not including that snack that you're going to have yet. So if you do 400 calories for your breakfast, then for your lunch, then for your dinner, that will be 1,200 calories for the whole day. For men, you can do 600 calories per meal. That will be 600 for breakfast, 600 for lunch, 600 for dinner. That will be 1,800 calories in total for the whole day. Like, you eat like that, you'll lose body fat because you're going to be in a calorie deficit. Now, when it comes to the second rule, we want to have each meal containing 50 to 70 grams of protein per meal, or somewhere around there. And if you're a woman and you're eating 3 meals a day, that will be 150 grams of protein total for the day. And for men, that will be 210 grams of protein for the day if you're eating 70 grams of protein per meal. Now, what does this look like? If you're a woman and you follow these rules where you're eating 3 meals a day, each meal is 400 calories and 50 grams of protein, you will be eating 1,200 calories and 150 grams of protein every day. You will lose body fat and build muscle and tone if you eat like that. For men, if you're eating 3 meals a day, each one is 600 calories per meal and 70 grams of protein per meal. That will be 1,800 calories a day and 210 grams of protein for the day. Men, you will lose body fat and build muscle if you follow those numbers. That is amazing for losing fat and building muscle. Now, let's talk about how to build a plate because I know I gave you the numbers and that can be a little complicated. So let's simplify it a little bit. This is the simple way that we want to build our plate. We want to follow this 3-step formula. Number one, on our plate, we want half of the plate to be filled with a protein. Proteins are chicken, beef, fish, or eggs. Or if you want to measure it out, you can get a food scale and you can measure out 5 to 8 ounces of the cooked protein source. So that can be 5 to 8 ounces of your chicken, your beef, your fish, eggs, etc. That's number one. Number two is the other half of your plate should be filled up with vegetables. That can be broccoli, spinach, peppers, asparagus, etc. Now you don't need to measure vegetables because they're so low calorie. It's not necessary to like measure them out that accurately. Number three, we want to put a small serving of carbs and fats on the plate as well. For example, that could be half a cup of cooked rice and half an avocado. So if we're looking at the plate as a whole, it's going to be half protein, half veggies, small amount of carbs, small amount of fats. That's an amazing way to structure your plate so that it's going to have you eating lower calories, more protein, and it's still going to give you enough carbs and fats for it to be generally healthy. All right, all right, all right. Now, you can skip the carbs and the fats if you want to make the meal even less calories, and that will just result in faster fat loss, but that can be less sustainable. So, for example, if I'm eating a meal and my meal is chicken breast, broccoli, half a cup of rice, half an avocado, that's like I can eat like that on the regular forever. That's very sustainable, and you'll lose weight slow and steady like that. Now, if I'm like, I want to lose weight really quickly, I would cut out the avocado and the rice. And I would only do that for maybe a month or two if I'm really trying to lose body fat super quick. Right? Because you can't eat like that forever. It gets boring, gets to feel you get like just tired of dieting. It's hard to stick to. Okay. Now I'm going to give you guys an example meal plan just so you can have an idea of what a full day of eating would look like. And this meal plan is going to be 1,600 calories, 190 grams of protein. Now, men and women could follow this and start losing weight. So, meal number one is 2 eggs, 2 cups of egg whites with spinach and half an avocado. That's breakfast. I'll say it again. Breakfast is 2 eggs, 2 cups of egg whites, spinach, and half an avocado. Meal number two is 6 to 8 ounces of chicken breast, broccoli, half a cup of rice. And meal number three is 6 ounces of salmon, green beans. And as a late night snack, we're just doing one. Remember, we're going to do one Premier Protein shake. Now, you can adjust those numbers so that it fits your specific calories and protein needs. But generally speaking, most people could start eating like this and lose body fat and build muscle. Like that's an amazing meal plan to follow. But you may need to tweak it depending on what you specifically need. All right. And guys, remember, I got to drill this in. Remember, we're going to be doing one healthy snack. Okay. One healthy snack a day. Too many snacks will make you fat because those calories will add up. A quick example. I remember when I was eating 2 pounds of grapes every night. And then when I calculated the calories, I realized that me eating so many grapes was adding on 600 extra calories to my daily calorie intake. And that was the reason why I wasn't progressing the way that I wanted to. So something as healthy as fruit, if you eat too much of it, it will impede your progress, meaning it'll slow down your progress. Okay. And yeah, so all right, guys. Now, before we wrap up, I'll take 3 questions about your meals, inflammation, or fat loss. So drop your questions in the chat. I want to help you guys make sense of all of these complex topics. So drop your questions, and I'm going to pick 3. Okay, let's see. Okay, question number one. How do I know how many calories I personally need to eat for fat loss? So, for you to figure out how many calories you personally need, this is step by step what to do. Number one, if we just go to Google and we type in calorie calculator, it's going to ask you for your age, your height, your weight, your activity level, your gender, and it's going to tell you specifically how many calories you need to eat every day in order to be losing weight. That's all you have to do. Go to Google, type in calorie calculator, and then you will have that information within the next 30 seconds if you do it like right now. Let's see. How many calories a meal should you have? How many calories should you have per meal? So I recommend having 400 to 600 calories per meal. Now, if you are a smaller person, meaning you need less calories so you can lose weight, you should do 400 calories per meal. If you are a larger person, you can do around 600 calories per meal. And this is assuming you're only doing one snack a day. All right, next question. Can I lose fat if I eat anti-inflammatory meals, but I don't track calories? Yes, you can lose fat even if you don't track calories. Now, the rules that I gave you to follow when you are structuring your meal plan, I gave you those rules because it automatically makes those meals good for fat loss. So if you have a plate, right, you're eating 3 meals a day, and half of that plate is protein, half of that meal is veggies, and you're not cooking your food in any oil, that meal is amazing for fat loss. Like you will lose body fat if that's how you're eating, and you're not eating a whole bunch of snacks on top of that. Now, even with that meal, you can include a small amount of carbs, like a little bit of rice and a little bit of avocado, so you get some healthy fats in. And still, if you eat a meal like that 3 times a day, you will still be in a calorie deficit. You'll still be able to lose body fat. How many calories per day for weight loss? So, if you want to lose 2 pounds a week, you need to eat 1,000 calories less than your maintenance every single day. And you will be losing 2 pounds of body fat every week. And you find out your maintenance by going to Google and typing in calorie calculator. Can I Can I add all types of seeds in my morning smoothie? If so, in what quantity? So seeds can be a little tricky because they do contain calories. So I would err on the side of caution and just try to add one serving of seeds to your shake. And that should be approximately 100 calories that you're adding to your morning protein shake if that's what you're going to be having for breakfast. So just one serving. And a serving might be 1 ounce. Just look on the back of the package and weigh out just one serving of it. Next question. What do I do if I don't have time to cook or meal prep? So, if you don't have time to cook your food or meal prep, you can literally get frozen food from the grocery store. And I know some people think that frozen food is not healthy, but if you're somebody who's eating fast food a lot and you're eating on the go and you're eating a lot of snacks, then frozen chicken breast and frozen vegetables and frozen potatoes is way healthier for you than what you're currently doing. So, make the change. Don't worry about that. That's you will be fine. So you can go to the supermarket, get bags of frozen chicken breast strips that are pre-cooked, get bags of frozen vegetables that are pre-cooked. You can get some pre-cooked rice or some frozen potatoes, and then you can also get some containers of Tupperware. And you're going to put some chicken breast in the container. You're going to put some frozen veggies in the container, and you can put some potatoes in the container, but use portion control with the potatoes. You warm that up, and there you have it. You have a meal that you did not have to meal prep for. All you have to do is buy the ingredients and warm it up in the microwave. All right. Let's see. Let's see. All right, guys. So that's it. Now, if you want a full meal plan and a workout plan to follow on your own, like if you want a full meal plan and a full workout program to follow, you can download my Better You, Better Society fitness app. It's on the App Store. It's $10 a year, and it has meal plans and workout plans that you can follow, whether or not you work out at the gym or if you work out at home. It has all of those options for you. And I explain how to do every exercise. I have vegan options on there for the meals. I have vegetarian options. I have regular options. So that's a great investment. Now, if you want me to personally help you lose fat and give you accountability, then you can click the link in the description for this video or you can comment the word coach below, or you can message me the word coach, and I'll reach out to you with more info on how I can help you. And if you like this video, comment and let me know what you would like to learn next. And remember this, a better you is a better society, and God bless. Okay. So that's it for the video. Like I said, we went over anti-inflammatory meals that are good for fat loss. So let me know what you guys thought. Did you enjoy it? Are you guys going to check out that YouTube video? Yes, it's on the Google Play Store. It is. How did you guys like the video? What'd you think? Was it thumbs up or thumbs down? How'd you like it? You killed it. A lot of great info. I appreciate that. You doing the Lord's work. I appreciate it. Thank you. That was my first time streaming a video like that, or like filming a video while being live at the same time. So, you know, something new. All of my social media platforms are the same name: Better You, Better Society. Keep them coming. You got it. I'm downloading the app now. I appreciate that. Definitely informative. It was great, very informative. I appreciate it. You killed it, letting me. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. All right. So oh, the app is fire. Oh, I'm happy that you like it. I'm happy you like the app. I'm really happy to hear that. Thank you. Thank you. I love your videos. Thank you for making it so simple. Better you, better society. Can you write the name of the app? Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you for writing that. Okay, so now I'm going to take some questions. All right. I'm going to take some questions, okay? Can I eat egg whites with chicken breast? Yes, you definitely can. One of my favorite meals to lose body fat and build muscle. And me eating this meal was responsible for me having the craziest fat loss transformation of my life. Was 1 cup of egg whites with 4 ounces of chicken breast and a side of mixed veggies. I would eat that for breakfast, and I ate that again for dinner. And my lunch was just chicken breast and veggies. But that was a phenomenal meal because the protein is so high, the calories are so low. You eat meals like that, your body will absolutely transform, and you will not be hungry eating a meal like that because it's very filling. One of the best meals I've ever eaten in my life. I'm actually thinking about incorporating that back into my routine. Can 1 meal a day hurt my fat loss? No, 1 meal a day will not hurt your fat loss. Potentially, it will hurt your fat loss if you're eating 1 meal a day, but then you start snacking because you're hungry. But if you're just eating 1 meal a day, well, I don't really like it because you're not going to get that much protein in. So it will impede how much muscle you'll build, but you'll be able to lose body fat if you're just eating 1 meal a day and no snacking. So you will lose fat if that's what you're doing. Can you eat your healthy snacks like blueberries with breakfast? Yes, you can. You can eat your breakfast. Let's say your breakfast is 1 cup of egg whites and chicken breast and some veggies, and you want to eat some blueberries with that. Go right on ahead. That's amazing. That's perfectly fine. What kind of rice is good for the weight? What kind of rice is good so I can lose 20 pounds? So any type of rice is good if you're trying to lose weight. What matters more than the type of rice is how much rice. So if you're going to be eating rice, I recommend you eat rice, let's say with your lunch and your dinner. You want to use portion control. So eat a half a cup of cooked rice with your lunch and a half a cup of cooked rice with your dinner. If you stick to those serving sizes and the rest of the plate is a lean protein and vegetables, you will be able to eat some rice and still be able to lose body fat pretty quickly. How do you deal with a weight loss plateau when the diet and exercise is on point? You deal with a weight loss plateau at that point with patience. You be patient. You might hit a plateau for 3 weeks, but if you just stay consistent, you keep on doing the right thing, you stay consistent, you will see that scale drop in a major way in a few days. So just stay consistent. How do I eat with blood sugar? So if you have blood sugar issues, these are a few rules that you want to follow. Number one, make sure every meal that you eat is 40% protein, 40% vegetables. And if you're going to be eating starch, eat a small serving of starch. There are some coaches where the whole plate will just be carbs and there'll be a little bit of protein, a little bit of vegetables sprinkled in there. That's terrible if you have high blood sugar. Most of the plate should be a lean meat and vegetables and a little bit of starch in moderation. Number two, if you're going to be eating sugary things like fruit, you don't want to just eat sugar by itself. You want to pair that sugar, like the fruit, with a protein or a fat. So you can eat the fruit with Greek yogurt or a protein shake. That's protein. Or you can eat the fruit with some fat, like 1 tablespoon of peanut butter, or you can eat it with 1 serving of nuts. Next, don't drink anything that's like sugar filled. So no soda, no juice, especially regular soda and juice. Like that is terrible if you have high blood sugar. And those are some good rules to follow that'll help you keep your blood sugar in check. Can we add seasonings to chicken breast? They are so bland. Of course, you can add seasoning to chicken breast. You can season it as much as you want. It will not affect how good that meal is for fat loss by you seasoning it. Be careful with how much sauce you add to the food, though, because sauces and oils and butter, that stuff does add a lot of calories to it. So if you're going to be adding stuff like that, use a little bit, use portion control. What type of ice cream is good and what is the best one? So any type of low calorie ice cream is going to be good for fat loss. So these are two good brands. You have Halo Top and you have Nix. Two other good brands would be Yasso, Yasso, and Enlighten. Those four are amazing. Why? Because they have like a quarter of the calories as regular ice cream does. You could literally eat like a whole pint of that ice cream every day and still be able to lose body fat. Berberine, a good supplement for blood sugar? I'm not really sure, but I assume it is. I'm not that familiar with berberine, but I assume it is. Okay. Do you recommend intermittent fasting? It depends. Some people, intermittent fasting might help them. What I recommend more than doing intermittent fasting is eating on a consistent eating schedule. So I recommend you get a meal plan that tells you this is my breakfast, this is my lunch, this is my dinner, and you pick 3 times for you to eat those meals. So I'm going to eat my breakfast at this time. I eat my lunch at this time. I eat my dinner at this time. And that's it. If you just ate your 3 meals and you didn't do any snacking on anything that is not already in your meal plan, you'll lose weight. You don't have to do intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting. Can one meal a day hurt my fat loss? Answer that one. I get sick of eating the same meal every day. So a way that you can have some variety with your meal plan is you can change up the lean protein sources. You can change up the vegetables that you're eating for different vegetables, and you can change up the carbs that you're eating for different carbs. So if I'm eating chicken breast, broccoli, and rice, I will change that chicken breast for steak one day. And then I'll change the broccoli for asparagus the next day. And then I'll change the rice for potatoes the next day. And if that's not enough, I will season my food differently. Then I'll prepare it differently. I might grill it one day. I might cook it in the air fryer the next day. So those are some ways that you can have a little bit more variety with your meals. How do you do portion control? I believe in making sure that most of my plate is lean meat like chicken breast and vegetables like broccoli. And if I'm going to have some carbs, I just do the carbs in moderation. So a small amount of carbs. That's the rule that I follow for every meal. 40% of that plate needs to be protein. The other 40% needs to be vegetables. And then I save 20% that I can optionally use for some carbohydrates and some healthy fats if I want. Let's see. Steak, if I'm not working out, because steak, it takes a while to digest in your system. So I will not work out that day if I'm eating a steak. You will not see his results because it took a long time to digest. That's not true. There are people who eat steak every day. And like I literally have clients that have lost 60 pounds over the last 5 months, and they ate a steak every single day. And I don't have them working out every day. So that's not true. As long as you're in a calorie deficit, like as long as your calories are on point, you'll lose body fat. Let's see. What kind of juice have low calories? Any type of diet juice has low calories. So if you look on the back of a juice and it says like 10 calories in its diet, that's a low calorie juice. Will you offer in-person personal training in the future? No. I mean, well, who knows what's going to happen in the future, but for the foreseeable future, no. Does creatine have high sugar? No, creatine does not have sugar. Yeah. Okay, so look, this is my creatine right here. There is no sugar in this. There's no sugar in this creatine. Okay, like creatine does not have sugar. Okay, what creatine does is Creatine helps you build more muscle because when you take creatine, like I take 10 grams of creatine every day. I put 2 scoops in my coffee every morning and I drink it. Now, what this does for my body is when I go to the gym and I'm lifting weights, I'm able to do a few more reps. I'm able to have a more intense workout because the creatine that I take, it allows my muscles to perform better. And when I work my muscles better and they perform better, I'm able to get a better workout, which results in me putting more tension on the muscle, which results in me growing bigger and stronger muscles. That's the only thing creatine does, right? It makes your muscles hold more water, but the reason why your muscles will hold more water is so that they can perform better. But creatine doesn't have any, it doesn't make you fat, it doesn't slow down your fat loss, none of that. If anything, I recommend everybody take creatine, especially if they're losing body fat at the moment, because taking creatine will help you keep as much muscle as possible as you're losing body fat, which means when you're done losing all the weight you got to lose, when you look in the mirror, you're going to be as shapely and defined as you want to be instead of looking skinny, fat, and kind of soft and pudgy. Can I use salmon cans to snack on? Salmon can be a little bit high in fat, so I'm not really that keen on you snacking on salmon. But in the grand scheme of things, if you were to snack on salmon, you would get better results than if you were to snack on M&M. So you could snack on salmon. Just use portion control. Don't overdo it. Watching from Botswana. Did I say that right? Should I skip the 2 snacks a day with 3 healthy meals a day? How many days, minutes should I work out a week for weight loss? Okay, so I recommend you eat 3 healthy meals a day and do 1 snack a day. You can do 2 if you really need it. Okay. Now, how many days and minutes should you work out? For cardio, I recommend you do 30 minutes of cardio a day. And this does not have to be intense cardio. You could get on the treadmill and you could do an easy walk. You can do 30 minutes of that every day. Now, when it comes to you strength training, meaning you doing the exercises to help you build muscle or get more defined muscles, you want to do that stuff like your squats and your curls and your weightlifting. You want to do that for 3 days a week. And that can be a 20-minute workout when you first get started. If you're more advanced, it might be a 2-hour long workout. There's some people at my gym that are in there every single day for like 3 hours. I'm one of them. B-Man, too frosty. All right, yeah. So good luck with the salmon. Should women take collagen? I don't see how it could hurt. So yeah, take collagen. It'll help. I know it helps out with your skin and yeah, with your ligaments, your joints. So you can take collagen. Is OxyShred good to take? I'm not really sure. I've never taken OxyShred. From what I assume OxyShred is if it's a fat burner, then that means it's going to be some type of stimulant. And the way that I've seen most fat burners or stimulants work when it comes to losing body fat is usually it's sort of like drinking a coffee. Like caffeine is a stimulant. So it makes you a little hyper. So it makes you move a little bit more. And it also serves as an appetite suppressant. So if you're taking something that gives you a little bit more energy, that helps you move more, do a little bit better in the gym, and it suppresses your appetite a little bit, then it can't hurt. So if that's what it does, then yes, you can take OxyShred and you can do the stimulants that help you in that regard. Once you start taking it, once you start taking creatine, do you have to continue after you get to your goal? So if you take creatine now and you get to your goal and then you stop taking creatine, it's not like your body's just going to melt. Like if you want to stop taking it when you get to your goal, you can just stop taking it. You're not going to like lose all of your progress and then have to start over. No, it doesn't work like that. You know, you can take it for as long as you want. Um, Most people that take creatine, they end up taking it like for the rest of their life. They take it for the long term. Should I eat carbs before or after training? It depends. It depends. So if you are training seriously in the gym, like you're training hard, then yes, you eat a little bit of carbs before you go to the gym. It will help you. Whether or not you have to take carbs after you go to the gym, it's not really that necessary. If you're at the highest levels, then yeah, you want to have a little bit of carbs before an intense workout and some carbs after an intense workout. But if you're a beginner, you don't really have to worry about that. I only drink water, but once in a while I do Crystal Light packs and coffee. Is that okay? Yes, it is okay. Crystal Light is amazing for fat loss. It's like no calories. So that's amazing. Let's see. What kind of diet should I take to increase my metabolism to lose body fat and build muscle? So, a diet that is going to help you increase your metabolism, lose body fat, and build muscle, realistically, is going to be a diet where you're eating mainly a lot of protein and a lot of vegetables. Okay. So, if you eat a diet where every plate of food is a lot of lean meat, like chicken breast, and a lot of vegetables, the reason why that helps you increase your metabolism, lose body fat, and build muscle is because one, the protein is so high. When you eat a lot of protein, you increase your metabolism because your body has to work very hard and burn a lot of calories just to digest all of that chicken breast that you ate or all of those egg whites that you ate. Your body has to work very hard to digest protein. So that increases your metabolism. Number two, when you eat a lot of protein, that gives your body what it needs to build a lot of muscle. And then number three, when you eat a lot of protein, it keeps you full. So you're going to be less likely to eat other junk food. And then also, when you're eating vegetables, vegetables are very low in calories. So a meal plan like that causes your body to burn more calories, build more muscle, and eat less calories. That's why it's good to help you increase your metabolism, lose body fat, and build muscle. What do you think for drinks that have loads of ingredients such as Diet Cola or Coke Zero? Even though it has no sugar, it has a lot of bad ingredients. So I don't recommend you drink 2 liters of diet soda a day. But if you're somebody who is being 100% strict with your diet, chances are you're not going to be able to stick to that diet forever. So if you drinking one thing of diet soda every day is going to allow you to sustain this diet, then go for it. Because I would rather you do that than you try to be 100% perfect and you end up falling off the wagon and then you end up like binge eating. So if you're somebody who can be 100% strict, you don't need diet soda, don't drink it. But if diet soda will help you overall be healthier and stick to a healthier diet, then drink diet soda in moderation. But if you're drinking like 2 liters of diet soda a day or 4 liters of diet soda a day, there's something wrong with that. What is your opinion on lifting heavy? Is that necessary for weight loss? So you don't need to lift weights to lose weight. I recommend you lift weights so that you build muscle while you lose weight. So if I only, dieted and did cardio when I was losing 100 pounds, when I lost the weight, I still wouldn't have had a six pack. I would have looked very soft and sloppy. I would have looked skinny fat. But because I was lifting weights, when I did lose the 100 pounds, I had a six pack and I had muscles. So if you want to have muscles, if you want to look good when you're done lifting, when you're done losing the weight, lift weights while you lose the weight. Can we have sweet potatoes during a fat loss phase? Yes, you can have sweet potatoes. Just use moderation. So what does moderation look like? That looks like this. My breakfast, I do a protein shake. For my lunch and my dinner, I'm doing steak, broccoli, and I have half a sweet potato for my lunch, half a sweet potato for my dinner, and I'm not going to add a whole bunch of butter to the sweet potatoes. That's what it looks like to use moderation when you're eating carbs like sweet potatoes. Watching from Albania, tell us the diet that increases metabolism. Answered that one already. Let's see. Let's go back over here. How do you feel about drinking alcohol? I don't think that you should drink alcohol. I think that it slows everything down. I think it slows down your brain. I think it slows down how sharp you are mentally. I think it makes you make bad decisions. And especially when it comes to losing body fat, like a lot of this stuff, it has to do with your mind and whether or not you make good decisions and the willpower that you have. So I wouldn't do anything that intentionally decreases the amount of willpower that I have, because then I'm going to be more prone to making bad decisions, which means I'm going to be more prone to, not losing the weight that I want to lose. So when it comes to protein, I'm not full. How come? So you can either eat more protein. So if you're eating 5 ounces of chicken and that's not filling enough for you, eat 7 ounces of chicken. Now, also the other thing that you can do is you can incorporate a small amount of carbs, right? Incorporate a small amount of carbs. If you're doing a little bit of carbs, a little bit of protein, a little bit of veggies. Oh, no, sorry. If you're doing a little bit of carbs, a lot of protein, a lot of veggies. That should make the meal a little bit more satisfying for you. I've had some people tell me that they don't get full unless they eat just a little bit of rice with their meal, and that's fine. What to do if you've lost the weight and need to tone up. So if you lost weight, but you still look in the mirror and it's like, hey, I need to tone up. There are two things you need to do. Number one is you need to lose a little bit more body fat. So you need to continue to lose weight. But number two, you need to be building muscle while you're losing this last bit of body fat. So make sure you're eating protein at every meal. Protein is meat, fish, or eggs, or egg whites, or protein shakes. So have a lot of protein at every meal. And then also you need to lift weights. That's going to help you build muscle while you're losing this body fat. All right, let's see. What's next? What's next? So hard not to eat carbs. Um, yeah, I mean, change is hard. Like if you like, I grew up in a culture where like my mom would give me dinner and it'd be like a plate of rice, and I was like 8 years old. You know what I'm saying? So when you grow up like that, it is hard to step out of that. But you gotta, gotta do mental like Jedi tricks on yourself. You gotta tell yourself, hey, I want to lose weight because I want to live longer, or I want to lower my blood sugar, or I want to lower my blood pressure. And if I keep eating the way that I grew up eating, I will never reach those goals. So what's more important, the discomfort or me getting to my goal? And then if you make the right decision, then you're going to just stop eating all that carbs. You're going to stop eating all that rice. It was really hard for me. Like when I first started to lose weight, I was eating McDonald's 2-3 times a day. I would go to McDonald's and this was my order. It was 2 to 3 McChickens, a large fry, chocolate chip cookies, and a sweet tea. I did that 2 to 3 times a day. That's how I got fat. And when it was time for me to make a change, it was either I can eat this food that tastes good and I'm used to it, or I could just eat this chicken breast with the lettuce. And yeah, it don't taste the same, but I'm about to get a 6-pack. And I chose the hard route. And then 6 months later, I had a 6-pack. So it's really as simple as that. Cool, cool. Let's see. What made you lose weight and go on this journey? A few things made me lose weight and go on this journey. I think the biggest thing was all of my friends were fit. Like all of my friends were fit. And if you in a group and you're the only one who's not fit, like that, you just get motivated. You know what I'm saying? Like my friends would they be going out running. So you're seeing this, you're in the environment of it. So that rubs off on you. This is why your environment makes such a big difference. So right now, if you're not in a gym, get in a gym. If you're not in a fitness group, join a fitness group. If you don't got a coach, get a coach. Like you need to change your environment because that one change alone, even without knowledge, like you will make better decisions. I'm 99% sure that just because you're in this live listening to me talking about eating healthy, it's making you consider making healthier and better decisions today. But imagine if I was in here telling you, yo, eat donuts, eat mac and cheese, eat McDonald's. You'd be more tempted to eat unhealthy. So you got to change your environment. That was the thing that had like the biggest impact on me. And my friends, they were teasing me too. So, tell me about it. That's all we eat as a Latino. I get it. I get it. I lost 17 pounds. I'm down to 250, but now I feel like I'm stuck. I'm relapsing a little bit. You look great. Thank you for teaching. I appreciate that. Thank you. So if you've lost weight and now you feel like you're stuck, there are two things you can do. Number one, I recommend that you just be patient. Keep on doing what you're doing. Don't make any rash moves. Don't feel like you got to change anything. Just stay consistent. Fat loss does slow down the longer you're losing body fat, right? So you just got to be patient. The best advice I could give you is to work with a coach. Like what I do with my clients, and this is not me trying to convince you, but what I do with my clients is every week we check in and we adjust the plan as needed. So if you don't know what to do, like you probably need to work on a structured plan and get adjustments made because you can do something called take a diet break. You lost 17 pounds. Now we take 1 to 2 weeks. We eat at calorie maintenance. And then after that, we go back into the deficit. It's funny because when I have clients and I tell them take a diet break, they hate doing that. They're like, no, I don't want to. I'm going to keep on losing weight. And it's like, no. You taking a diet break will allow you mentally to continue the diet. Because if you try to stay in a strict diet for 3, 4, 5, 6 months straight, eventually the chances of you binge eating, it's almost going to be an inevitability. Like Thanos said, I'm inevitable. What up, Jay Jackson? How you feeling, brother? Um, if I stick to the meal plan and exercise every day, how much weight will I lose by next summer? I mean, realistically speaking, if you really get strict right now and you lock in and you get committed to the process, you could be down like 60 pounds, 70 pounds by next summer. If you're crazy, you could be down 80 pounds, but at the bare minimum, you'll be down like 40. So let's say 40 to 80 pounds, depending on how beast mode you go. I got some people that like, they are very militant and they can make magic happen. All right, let's see. If I'm struggling, man, and I've just started. Look, why are you struggling? What are you struggling with? Uh, what's the best way to increase growth hormones, IGF-1 naturally? Because my goal is to increase height, lose fat, and build. I don't even know what to tell you, man. I don't even know what you're talking about. Definitely been watching your videos and been saving them all. I'm close to changing my life. Thank you so much for all your information. Yeah, you're very welcome, Angel. If my goal is to weigh 150 pounds, I should eat 150 grams of protein a day. Exactly, Rebecca. Exactly. Can you have shrimp or crabs? If we're talking strictly about fat loss, then yes. Shrimp, I know, is very low in calories, very high in protein. Crab, I'm not too sure about. I just don't know off the top of my head. But I'm assuming it is good for fat loss as well. But how you prepare it matters. So, are you going to add a lot of butter? Is it going to be very buttery and oily? You can't do that. That is a big no-no. Please tell, sir, can I lose 20 kg of fat before New Year? I eat under 1,500 calories, a lot of protein, strength train 6 days a week, and I do cardio 40 minutes every day. I don't know if you're going to be able to lose 40 pounds over the next 2.5 months. I don't know. Like, I know if you if you went super, super extreme, then yeah, you could get it done. But I don't know if that's going to be realistic. I know you could lose 20 pounds or 10 kg by the new year. So I would just try. Even if you only lose 20 pounds, but you don't lose the 40 pounds, who cares? You're still 20 pounds down. You just be disciplined a little bit longer and you'll get to the goal. So, yeah, that's my answer for you. After a calorie deficit, should you go into maintenance? 100%. Like, definitely. You should go into your maintenance calories, 100%. And I believe that once you lose the weight, you want to go into maintenance and you want to follow the same kind of routine that you were following when you were in a deficit. So you still want to have a meal plan, just now the meal plan can be more flexible. You still want to go to the gym, you still want to do your cardio, just don't got to do as much cardio. But you don't want to think, okay, when I'm in a deficit, I got to be on point. But when I'm in maintenance, I can do whatever I want because that usually leads people to binge eating and gaining the weight back. I watch your videos and it helps, but I don't think I'm doing it well. So what are you struggling with? How can I lose 2 to 3 pounds a week? So to lose 2 to 3 pounds a week, you'd have to follow a plan like this, like do an hour of cardio every day, eat a lean meat and vegetables for your lunch and dinner, eat a high protein, low calorie breakfast, like a protein shake, and just cut out the snacking. You do that, like you'll be losing 2 to 3 pounds a week, guaranteed. How much protein should I eat per meal? Most women should eat around 50 grams of protein per meal, right? Because that'll give you 150 grams of protein for the day or close to 50 grams of protein per meal. It could be a little bit less, but if you're able to get in 150 grams of protein per day as a woman, for the most part, that's solid. Calorie deficit, maintenance, calorie deficit, all of that confuses me. Can I hire you? If you want coaching, comment the word coach in the comment section if you're on Instagram. Everybody else, send me a message privately. I'm 185. My goal is 165. Uh, let's see. I'm 185. My goal is to be 165. So you want to lose 20 pounds. I want to do this before the first. Aaliyah, you can definitely do that. You can definitely do that. Like, what are you currently trying right now, Aaliyah? Do you like a 36-hour fast? Nah. Bro, I ain't got time to weigh everything out. Yo, I don't know what to tell you. Like, you know, I didn't say you had to weigh everything out. I do recommend, so I recommend you weigh things out initially when you first getting started. Like you should know, if I give you a meal plan and I'm saying for your lunch and dinner, do 8 ounces of chicken breast, 4 cups of vegetables, half a cup of rice. You should weigh it out the first time so you know what 8 ounces of chicken breast looks like. Then you can kind of estimate. But if you've never weighed your food out, you're not going to know what it looks like. So weigh it out first, so then you can just easily put what looks like 8 ounces on a plate, put some veggies on a plate, put some rice on a plate. Right. Now, I'll be honest with you, I don't really like that mindset. Like, I ain't got time for that. I'm not like, I get it. Life is busy, life gets hectic, but you got to do what you got to do to lose weight. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you want to change your life, you got to do what you got to do. You know, like that mindset is not going, you know what I'm saying? Let me block this guy. Hold on, I got to block somebody. EPCN. Yeah, I'm blocking you, buddy. All right, hold on, guys. 1 second. I'm down. Is a banana bad for breakfast? I work out in the evening. A banana by itself, I wouldn't consider an ideal breakfast because there's no protein with that. You can do a banana, but I would do it with a protein shake. I missed the beginning about anti-inflammatory foods. Don't worry, the video is going to be on YouTube. All right. Oh, yeah, Cheryl. I didn't even notice what he was doing. It's hard for me to go to the gym or walk trying to lose 30 plus pounds. So if you can't go to the gym and you can't walk, then you just gotta like get creative. So if you can't walk, just try to get in a high step count. Like assuming you work, just try to get in a high step count throughout the day. If you can't do that, then you have to really get strict on your diet. Right? If you can't like get a high step count, then you really have to be strict with your diet. So with me, when I went down to Dallas not too long ago, I wasn't active at all really because we were walking around a lot, but I couldn't go to the gym the way that I wanted to. So I was very strict on my diet. I ate 3 meals a day. The meals was either chicken breast and vegetables or steak and vegetables. I didn't do any starches. I did no snacks except for a little bit of watermelon if I got really hungry. And that was it. I got really strict because I couldn't be that active. And that's what you have to do. Let's see. Um, Now, if you can't go to the gym, then you can do at-home workouts. When all the gyms got shut down because of the pandemic a few years ago, I was doing just straight body weight exercises at home. So you can do squats, body weight lunges, you can do push-ups, and if you have a pair of dumbbells, you can do some back rolls with that. And you can do exercises like that for like a total of 15 to 20 minutes to get started. Do that 3 days a week, and that's a good start. And if you can't do 20 minutes, start off with 10. But pick a time that you can commit to and start with it. Be consistent. Put it in your schedule, in your calendar. So it might be every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I'm going to do 10 squats, or I'm going to do 10 lunges, and I might do 10 push-ups, and I might do 10 dumbbell back rolls. But I do that 3 days a week. And week by week, as you get more used to it, you just do a little bit more and a little bit more. So you go from doing 10 to 15 to 20. And that's a good start. Can I snack on watermelon freely? I recommend using portion control with everything you do because everything you eat has calories. With watermelon, you can be more flexible, but you still want to use portion control. Oh man. Okay, everybody. Let's bring some callers up. So if you want to come up, you can. And yeah, that is it for my presentation. So let's get into some Q&A. If you want to come up, ask your question, you can. It has to be on TikTok. So you just like request to come up and I'll bring you up. Give it a few more seconds. Like I said, you can request to come up and I'll bring you up. I tried the HIIT workout with the weights. It was no joke. What hip workout? You talking about the one on the app? What is the right portion control for any food? So if it's coming down to like lean meats, like chicken, steak, fish, etc., you want to do 5 to 8 ounces of that. 5 to 6 ounces if you're a woman, 8 to 9 ounces if you're a man. If we're talking about vegetables, you don't need portion control with vegetables. If we're talking about like carbs, we want to do like a half a cup of like rice or potatoes or sweet potato or pasta. So those are the right portion sizes for you if you're trying to lose body fat, depending on the foods. Yes, I am. Are you a virtual personal trainer? Well, I'm a fitness coach. It's a little different, but yeah, it's virtual. If you want to come up, do me a favor and comment the word me. Nuts is my protein. Well, nuts are not high in protein at all. Nuts are mainly a source of fat. If you want to come up, um, comment the word me and I'll bring you up. But it has to be on TikTok. How does it work and what are your prices? Everything depends on what you need. So if that's what you want, send me a private message. Message me, coach. Send me a DM. Hey, what's going on, Marcus?
Hey, brother. I've been following you for a while.
I appreciate that.
You said something that was really important about those anti-inflammatory meals. I didn't realize that. I guess when you put your meals together, you're doing your protein, your fats, and carbs. I didn't realize if the portion control is like 900, I didn't realize that could be a anti-inflammatory.
Yeah. Yeah, like if the portions aren't right, you can make a healthy meal inflammatory. So you ever like, eat so much food, like your stomach hurts, you feeling bloated?
Right.
Yeah, so even if you're eating a healthy meal, let's say it's chicken and broccoli, but let's say there's too much rice and you start feeling sluggish afterwards, that's not the right way to be eating. We want to make sure that after we eat, we feel energized and we don't feel like overly stuffed.
Man, brother, they've been so formative because I've been trying to figure that out for a little minute, a whole minute. True enough, I've had coaching, but I guess I wasn't just dialed in on it, but now I'm more dialed in on what I'm doing. So when you brought it out, they broke hook in my life on my diet. The next question, you just answered it. As far as the portion control with the meat, I think you said it's no more than 8 ounces?
8 to 9.
8 to 9?
Yeah.
Okay. I think, well, let me ask you this. I'm 276. That's my weight now. And it will plateau. It's been going from 273 to 276. So if I go on Google calculator, finding my calorie intake, will that give me a sufficient number?
Because your weight fluctuates by 3 pounds.
Yeah.
So yeah, it will. The fluctuate, like even if you calculate the number for 276 or 373, the number is going to be the same.
Okay. You said 373?
Yeah, well, no, 273. You said 273, right?
Right.
All right, yeah. So if you put, like a 3 pound difference, the number's going to be the same. Like you'll be fine. And just so you know, these calculators, they're just giving you like a good estimate anyway.
Okay.
So it's not like the only way to get like the most accurate numbers to go into like a lab and have them run all of your numbers, tailored to you. But you don't need that. These estimates are like fine. Like you could go in the calculator, put 270, it's going to give you a number, and you just run with that until you stop losing weight. Once you stop losing weight for like, let's say 4 weeks, then it might be time for us to go back in there and readjust those numbers.
So I should stay. So my diet regimen should change probably every 4 weeks.
No. It should stop. It should change once you stop losing weight for 4 weeks. So yeah, let's say you lose 20 pounds and then you get stuck for 4 weeks. All right, let's go back in and let's change things up a little bit.
Gotcha. I was another thing I was wondering about. How often should I adjust my calories?
Yeah, like when you get stuck, because I could say every 20 pounds you want to adjust it, or you can go every time you get stuck, then we can adjust it.
Okay, cool. Do you recommend a certain when it comes down to vitamins? Because I've been doing a little research that vitamins are inevitable. You take a multivitamin every day?
So right now I've been slacking on my multivitamins. I haven't taken one in about a year. It's funny. I actually have a coach for myself too. And he was just telling me last week, like, get on a multivitamin. So I'm like, yeah, I got to do that. Now, like I lost 100 pounds in 6 months and I never took a multivitamin. So it's not a requirement if you're trying to lose weight. It is helpful when you're trying to be overall healthy and fit environment, especially as we get older. So I recommend you take it. But I want to tell you this, like, I try not to major in the minor. If the main goal right now is getting from like 270s down to the 220s, that would be locking in the diet and being on a consistent plan so I could be losing 3 pounds a week. That's priority number one. Once we're doing that and it's like on autopilot, we don't got to think about it anymore. Then we can start to optimize that a little bit by taking vitamins and, the supplements.
Okay. Well, I ain't gonna hold your time, but as far as coaching, you have a certain price?
It depends. I try to work with people, so yeah. Like send me a message on TikTok. Send me a private message, and then we can get on the phone, and I can kind of see like what you need.
Okay, because I guess my body, I'm like 35% body fat. But due to the BMI, they say obese.
No, don't worry about the BMI because, like, according to the BMI, I should be dead. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, 6-pack and everything. It's like you listen to the BMI, you think you dying. So don't worry about that. What's your goal weight?
My goal weight, you're right. I'm 276. I think I need to lose about, and the only body fat I have is in my midsection. I guess maybe 230.
All right, yeah. So start with that. Get down to 230. And then when we look in the mirror, if we're like, I still want, we might have to lose another 10, 15, 20, but go for goal number one first. And then once we accomplish that, then we know better how to navigate.
I subscribe to you to better use the app, but I ain't gonna lie, I haven't been just really following it. But I like how you this is my first time doing a live in what you call it, in person.
Yeah. How you feel?
This is pretty cool. I like this.
All right, cool. I'm happy you like it, man. I'm happy you like it. Yeah, look. The app is good. The app is good. Like that's those. I made it with like the old me in mind. Like, okay, what actually is realistic? So it's good. But I know it can be hard to, you know what I'm saying? Like you don't know which one to focus on, what to, you know what I'm saying? So that's where like the coaching differs. It's like no. You were saying like, oh, what supplement should I take? Well, no, we're not gonna worry about that because if we just get this right, we're gonna lose weight.
Okay.
Man, send me a message. All right.
I got you, brother. I appreciate it.
No, I appreciate you too, man. Good talking to you.
Thank you.
Everybody, I appreciate the follows. I appreciate the love. It means so much. My heart is full. Let me stop playing. All right, let's see. I'm a pre-diabetic. Is it okay to eat meat? What? I'm a pre-diabetic. Is it okay to eat malt, oatmeal, hot cereal with margarine and sugar, along with eggs and turkey bacon. Um, no, the simple answer would be no. I wouldn't eat it. Depending on what the serving sizes are, like you could probably make it work. But if you were like my mom or my sister and I loved you, I would be like, we're not eating that. Instead, we're gonna eat a cup of egg whites, 2 eggs, 2 strips of turkey bacon, and a side of spinach. So that's my answer for that. Let's see. What's up, coach? I took your advice on the 8 ounces of lean protein and veggies for 3 meals a day. I've been seeing great improvement in my energy and body composition. Thank you. You're very welcome, Bernard. Everybody that is listening to me right now, if you follow this meal plan where you're eating 3 meals a day, and each one of those meals is a lean protein with vegetables, and you're just snacking on fruit. And if you do carbs, you do just a little bit of carbs. So a little bit of rice with just one of those meals. If you only do that, no late night snacking, no cheat meals on the weekend, you will lose a tremendous amount of body fat. You will look completely different in a month, 2 months, 3 months. Like your body will change very quickly. All right, that's yeah, that's the simplest way I could put it. I felt like 8 ounces was a lot of meat. I'm good with 4 to 6. Let's see. What are you? You man or woman? Okay, yeah. I mean, 4 to 6 is cool. Yeah, 4 to 6 is cool. I do like 8 to 9 ounces because I want a lot of protein. But then also, I weigh like 209 pounds. So like I'm heavier. So I need a lot of protein. And I'm also trying to prioritize muscle mass. Let's see. Which is better, eating protein or drinking it? So eating your protein is going to be better for people who want to lose body fat. Drinking a protein shake is going to be better for the people who don't have a big appetite. Okay. So if you eat chicken breast or you eat steak or you eat egg whites, it's going to be more filling and satisfying. But if you don't have an appetite, you can just drink a quick protein shake. So yeah. Somebody said short answer is no. Fat to fit, Gabby. Somebody answered your question when you said, "Can I eat the multi meal hot cereal with margarine and sugar along with eggs?" They said, "Heck no, you can't eat that." All right, Lady Virgo says, "I have a sugar addiction. I can't stop snacking and eating sweets, but I only eat 1 meal a day to try and lose weight." Okay. I have a sugar addiction. I can't stop snacking and eating sweets, but I only eat 1 meal a day to try and lose weight. Okay, so I would rather you eat 3 meals a day and you do that and you stop the snacking and eating sweets rather than thinking just because you're eating 1 meal a day, you can snack and eat sweets because you won't lose weight doing that. Eating snacks and sweets, it has so many calories, it will stop you from losing weight. It'll stop you from losing weight. So, what is the solution? There's a few things we got to try. Maybe we got to just stop buying sweets. We got to stop buying snacks. And we have to literally go through a snack and sweet withdrawal where there are going to be a few sleepless nights for you because you just didn't buy it and you're laying in bed and you can't sleep. And you're like, I want my snacks. I want my sweets. But you do it long enough. And then those urges and that addiction gets broken over time. And I've been through that. So I know what it's like. All right. But that's the real truth of the matter. What can make that easier is you eating 3 solid meals a day. You won't be as hungry. Right. So that'll make it easier for you to not do the snacks and sweets. Also, you can try to look into healthy alternatives for the snacks and the sweets that you like. So if you like M&Ms, try to eat some blueberries instead. I know it don't taste the same, but it's something. If you like ice cream, try to eat low-calorie ice cream or drink a protein shake instead. I know it don't taste like the real thing, but it's going to be better than the junk food. Okay? Does that make sense? Protein, I am a work in progress. I am a work in progress. Proud sister. Tina, did I get that right? I'm not sure what you mean. I'm skinny fat. I've got belly fat and gyno. What exercises do I have to do? If you're skinny fat and you have belly fat and gyno, what you need to do is 2 things. You need to be in a calorie deficit and you need to be eating a lot of protein and lifting weights so you can lose some fat and start building muscle. So if you start eating 2 cups of egg whites and 2 eggs and vegetables for breakfast, if you start eating 7 ounces of chicken breast and vegetables for lunch, if you eat 7 ounces of chicken breast, vegetables, and a cup of rice for your dinner, and you only snack on a protein shake, and you lift weights 3 to 4 days a week, and you do 30 minutes of cardio every day, you will not be skinny fat for long. You will lose the fat that you have, and you will be building muscle. You just got to be consistent with it. Oh, thank you for the hat. So what is some things that you suggest will help me get rid of my cravings? I turn into the Tasmanian devil if I don't have sugar in my system. So like I said before, you can do fruit instead of the regular sweets that you like. You can do a protein bar instead of regular chocolate. The best decision will be for you to eat fruit instead. If you eat berries or melons instead of whatever sweets you normally have, it's not going to like taste the same, but that will be a lower calorie option that will help you still lose body fat, make progress, and it will somewhat satisfy that craving that you have. Okay. All right, everybody. So I'm about to log off and head over to the gym. Oh, snap. Did I have a call? Oh, man. See, I'm over here and I got calls coming up. All right. Yeah. So if you want to work with me as a fitness coach, like you just need accountability, you need support, you can comment the word coach or message me the word coach. Don't comment it here unless you're on Instagram. But everybody else, like message me the word coach and I will send you some information and talk to you and figure out how I can help you out. Okay. If you want a meal plan and a workout plan that you can follow on your own, I got a fitness app. I got meal plans on there, got workout plans on there. The name of the app is Better You, Better Society. All right, everybody. God bless. And remember this, a better you is a better society. Peace out, everybody. And we are out of